Cryptocurrency space is getting really interesting right now when Bitcoin is coming close to 39,000. Now keep your eyes closed on XRP. Now I know the price didn't do much this year. We were going to the downside from a year. We all feel that. But right now, you look at what's happening around you. The debt is skyrocketing. The inflation is edging higher. You don't want to be in that fiat right now. You want to be in assets which can go higher. Now, why do I propose keep your eyes on XRP? Because it's getting that media attention. This is from the Wall Street Journal and pointing towards what's happening there with Ripple, the company, and SEC. Then you're looking at the Digital Pound Foundation. Now, this has its own importance right now when one of the biggest country in terms of population is going towards central bank digital currency. Now, this is really important because it's not about banning crypto. Right now, it's regulating crypto. So when now 30% tax is not that cool, but it's now legal to do that in India. Now, why is that important? Those who don't understand that, look at this. It's going to be like this in 2030. And with that big population and the level of education and the biggest class looking towards, the productivity, it's going to reach that territory. So now you're going to see fight between exchanges to enter into that space. You're going to see a ton of people coming and investing. Whether it's small amount, big amount, it's going to move. Now at that time, when countries are about to go on for the central bank digital currency, this one is important. Say, yes, you see Quant there, yes, you see Ripple there and others along with it. But, if a bank, I've explained this previously, Quant has its own benefits. I agree with all that. But fundamentally, you understand why Ripple, the network, and XRP, the asset, stands so tall above all others presented here. Now, it's not only that. You can directly see how the team Ripple is spearheading at the moment. They understand stuff. They are, active in the market. So if you are looking at what's happening right now, it really shows you how this is going to move. Whether you believe and agree with that or not, the asset class is now booming. I know people are looking at the market like, okay, we are in the bear market, we are continuing in the bear market, and a lot of big people, the whales, give you that perspective. If you want to digest that, that's completely up to you. But before you completely make your decision, look at what's happening. Say, yes, they are highlighting, okay, another bull run could be coming in 2024. Now, that's Bloomberg Crypto with around 1 million followers. So what are they giving you? Okay, this bull run is over. We are going to have another one by 2024. Now, we are in 2022. That's 2 years from now, right? That's the media giving you an idea. So what you have to think yourself or ask that question to yourself is, okay, this is the narrative which they are pushing into you. So what should you believe? What's going to happen? That's something you need to understand. Because right now, when I highlight that, people are looking at central bank digital currency, central banks are hard on it. And when they are hard on it and you see some central banks going on Ether platform to do that, wow, this tweet from Mr. Whale kind of gives you that summary. To just transfer $40, you need to pay $4,800 in fee. That's cool, right? For central bank digital currencies. I really don't think that's working. And when you see guys buying this much in again and again, dollar cost averaging, accumulating, that's happening because they know that the institutions are going to come in hard. Now, on to the charts. So when you are looking at all of this, you need to make sure you are in this asset class well positioned for what's coming next. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. Now, why am I highlighting this one? $30 trillion in debt is really important to understand, guys. This is not that one-off with one country. You go look at the total inflation rates and you understand one. Okay, Japan has been like this for a long time because of the debt issue which they had. And that's where you now see United States. This is 7% and last was 6.8. Understand, Fed, the central bank, has only one job: to try and keep the inflation at 2%. Now it's at 7 and 6.8. What does that mean? Look at the next one. You have Mexico, you have Russia, Brazil, Turkey, Argentina. As you go here, these are the countries, say G20, and you are looking at this stuff. Argentina 50, Turkey 36. Now all of this is happening because you have a big macroeconomical situation happening where you see the currency war, printing a ton of money, and once you balloon your debt like this without reducing the government spending, and you just print and print and print so that you keep politicians and people happy, this is going to happen. That means on a quarter basis you are reducing your purchasing power. So you go look at, say for example, India. They are having now 6% and 4.91 in last quarter. Now what the bank gives you there is like 6.5% or 6% for your fixed deposit for long term, and this is your inflation rate. So really, in reality, what you're making there is 0.5%. So you come down here and look at other countries like United States, where you don't even have great inflation, meaning you don't even have great interest rates. You put your money in bank and you get negligible amount, and you have this much in interest rate. So people are really diving in to assets, especially digital assets, and that's why these kind of guys. Now I've seen and talked to a lot of people who are moving more and more money into crypto, gold, silver, because they definitely understand whatever it's sitting there in their bank. They're moving from IRA and other stuffs in US, where they're like, okay, fine, this is for next 5 years, this is for next 10 years. I'm looking for the long term. I don't want to lose my money just because I'm not prepared well. If you go into YouTube, say for example, if you're jumping onto the YouTube, I'll actually show you something that's really interesting to actually look at that one, because say for example, if you type in Ray Dalio's new book, you actually get like how the things actually work there. So now with that new book, if you are listening to that one, you get one thing for clear, the basic understanding of what you should look at. It's clear in this book. Now I'm not advertising that, but when you listen to that, you kind of get a ton of wisdom. So all of those are going to count you to be an investor. If you want to become one of the great investor, at least in 3 years, 5 years time, this is what you're looking at. So now let's look at the chart. Say this is Bitcoin on a daily, right? Great. So what do you see? Yes, we are in a correction. Yes, we are going down in a correction. But if RSI is a futuristic, indicator, then it's showing you the future. Now you look at this one, you broke higher, you came back, you retested and bounced. If you remember, I've talked about this in last 2 videos. When we were coming down, I was talking, okay, there is a possibility we may come down, but the RSI, if it retest and bounce, that's going to be great. Now at the same time, I've been talking to my members saying, if we hold about 37,500, it's going to be great. Now that's a lot of charts, so maybe it was a couple of days back. Now, yes, one of the other stuff which I want to highlight is, now, in this asset class, you see like a lot of different assets pumping. You see a lot of different KC stuffs happening in the market. So you need to definitely know which asset is trending higher and where you want to buy it, right? If you want to buy into it, you really want to make sure that's trending higher. Or you should be an investor waiting for 6 months, a year from now. If you're already in the market, if you're new to the market, it definitely will take more time, because we've been here for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, depending upon when you came here. I came in 2017 in the crypto market. So now while looking at the charts, I kind of get at least a basic understanding of what I'm going to do. Now your decision is up to you, but say you're looking at this one and you're clearly understanding, okay, we are breaking higher. So the next possible run up is going to be till this area, which is going to be the first one. But if you're able to break this one to the upside, that's going to start that rally where you're going towards 50, and then you're going to run up to that 69. Now, yes, I know a ton of whales, the big guys are going to give you a ton of bearishness in this market, but understand we had 2 waves, and the final wave is going to be completed with these countries. Remember, it's not only one country like India coming out and highlighting we are going to regulate the space. It's not a ban, it's about buying more. They are kind of giving you that perspective. Now understand, one of the reason I highlighted this is a lot of new businesses moving into India. A lot of investors are moving into that country. So once they go and legalize this, I'm not saying all the Indians are going to invest in that. I'm saying that's the future. Because you see the demographics changing and the people, they are slowly getting onto this wagon. The media attention is getting higher. That's great. Now why? Because now you have an economic situation where it's like, the rising China is trying to, come up against US. You have all this issue, India, Russia, China, going on with a new payment network and all of this stuff because of the central bank digital currency. So for the West to stand up, if they are going against what the others are doing, it's going to be stupid. Now, in West, I'll say, other nations like Australia, New Zealand, all of them stands completely, much better than US. So it's about the US now slowing down with this situation. So if that's happening continuously and you are seeing this massive adoption, you need to be in this asset class, depending upon which asset you choose. But this is Bitcoin at the support level on long-term time frame for your RSI, right? So if you're on a 4-hour chart trading that one, it's great. You need to look at that one. But on a macro situation, this is what you see. Say for example, this is your support area. You came there, you're bouncing, fine. So when you're bouncing, what are you looking at? It's been, we can say it's been range bound for some time. So if that's the scenario, then you are expecting the price to do this, right? Say you look at this one, you were trading like this, you had a long wick, you came back up, you tested these level of resistance which you had previously. Then you broke higher, came back, retested the same and bounced. So the market is always going to give you that clear structure. So if you are going through this, you're breaking this, great, you're going to come back, retest and then bounce. Now, you come into the XRP and you're like, okay, the price is not moving, we are at 0.6. That's so disturbing, it's irritating kind of stuff. But look at this. If you've been in this asset and you're saying like, I didn't make any money and I'm losing it, you never came in here, fine. Now, the guys who actually came in here, they are still in green. Now, why am I highlighting this one? Because this is so important for you to understand that trend is always your friend. Now, this is the macro trend, but if you try to follow the price structure so closely, you will be able to observe like, okay, this is the structure we have already broken below that. Now, if I'm following the wicks, then I still have some to drop, some room to drop. But now you go to your indicators to actually look at where you are right now and how it coincides with the previous level of support. So you're going all the way to 2017 and you're able to see that it's been a strong support range in the RSI. So when RSI is around 35, 37 in XRP, it tends to give you a bounce. Now you look at the general altcoin market and you're like, okay, fine, we are slowly coming up. See, if you want to look at the short-term trend of what's happening in the market right now, you're able to actually watch this, right? See, this is your resistance zone, which you are slowly breaking to the upside with this pattern. Now, if you are breaking to the downside, it's a continuation pattern because you came from here to the downside, you consolidated, now you're breaking to the downside, but you're breaking to the upside here. So your next resistance level is this one and followed by this one here. So if you're plotting that, you are definitely looking at this range. So the price is going to come back higher. Now, that's on a 4-hour chart. So it doesn't actually give you a lot of information without giving much of noise, right? It has a ton of noise in it. So now, to reduce that noise, what you can do is go on to a weekly chart, monthly chart. It's up to you and you're trying to see this. So while we look at this, we actually understand, yes, we have a trend line resistance where we are going to test it, and that kind of coincides again with the level of resistance here. That was the previous support, which will be acting as a resistance right now. So if you are looking to trade this market, make sure you understand what's happening. See, this is your previous low here and then your lower high. Say before that you had the follow up here. Say you've been having these highs, which is lower high, and then you're getting lower low here. Great. Now we came and made a new low here. That's fine, But right now, if you are able to break through this level, that's showing there is a change in trend happening. So for that to happen, the market needs to continue higher. So how much from here do we have to move up? That's just 7%. Those who understand what cryptocurrency market can do understand that we have actually done 30% fluctuations on a daily basis. We have had daily wicks of this big. That's 25%. Right, and even recently we just had this one where we wicked all the way down and we came back up. That's 18%. So literally, if the market decides that I'm gonna go higher, it's just 7% and it's gonna do quickly. And if you are gonna be that one individual who's like, I'm waiting for that correction, I'm waiting for that retest, it's all great, it's all fine. You need to understand what you're doing, but get positioned well, because if you are looking to invest in this market, saying I have at least a year to invest, then this is the altcoin market which is showing you that it's going to go higher. This has been your support. Great. Now if you look at your resistance, yes, you tend to have the resistance here. You're going to get resisted, but if you are breaking that one, now it goes all the way into the macro perspective where you are trending like this. So while you are waiting, market is bouncing back, and when the market is bouncing, understand this is February, so the weekly, monthly all closed, and you got this one. Now why am I highlighting that one? Go look at the wick which formed here. You'll understand that was like 40% wick. So that was at the bottom of the bull market, and then you look at this one, you got 127% wick on a monthly candle. That was last time when you came to retest your previous all-time high level of support. That did work there. Now again, with the current panic sell, the market actually came all the way down and we got like 34%. So it definitely shows there is a ton of interest in buying power. Buyers are interested to buy this more, and you are going to observe the wave 3. So in this structure, this is going to be a small wave 3 here, but on the macro, if you are looking at it like the market cycle, you're going to see this as the accumulation range where you broke higher, you retested wave 1. So on the macro, you're going to get the wave 2 coming up. So in next 1 year, you're going to observe this. You're going to observe the wave 2, you're going to observe the wave 3. Now it depends on you whether you're going to participate in that and make profit, because in this market you have a ton of opportunity farming in this market right now. If you go to first 300, now you need to look at liquidity. If you are looking at an asset and it's 0 here, that's a red flag. So you need to make sure it has proper liquidity before you put your hard-earned money in to trade. Now if you're looking at the first 300 coins to understand where the opportunity is, which are great coin with fundamentals and right now looking undervalued but trending higher, that's going to be a possibility for you to make money. And one of the benefits with that is we try to give you that perspective here on a regular basis. We were running through our Ask for TA session where we were posting what you wanted. Right now we understood some of them are still trending down, but we saw many which are slowly reaching the bottom and some already correcting back up, trending higher. So now that gives you the advantage to put your money in to those assets which are trending higher. So in a month, 2 or 3, when they are reaching their level of resistance here at the top, as we just saw, you're going to take some of your profits and stay back, because now you're waiting for that to break out. Otherwise, you are waiting to get that breakout before you enter. But the RSI, as it always directs us, it's showing you that we are going to do wonders in this market. We've been correcting from November. Now that correction, the leg of that is over. Now why do I say that? Because when I'm looking at this, I'm also looking at it like that. Okay, this is positive stuff. It's not bad, right? We've been doing through this particular level and we are holding that. That's not actually bad. The pattern itself is bullish. So if you understand that, great. You're going to make money. Your portfolio is going to balloon if you believe you can do that. But if you are going into that direction where you're panic selling, moving from one asset to another, doing that monkey jumping, it may hurt your portfolio. So guys, if you received value for your time, please do hit that like and subscribe button. That supports the channel a lot. And if you want to guide your portfolio into profits, short to medium to long term, whatever you are looking at, you can look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below. But one step, that's really important. If you are for short term trading, on a daily basis, weekly basis, I'm not doing that. We tend to balance our risk in a way that we look for medium long term trades and investments. Majority of us, we look for fundamental assets. We do invest, and in the meantime, if you are trading, yes, you do get a lot of opportunity, call outs, breakouts, and all through Telegram alerts, where you can trade that on a medium basis, 2 months, 3 months. Now, if you're a guy who's sticking to computer 24 hours, you need short term calls, and we don't do that. So guys, I'll meet you on the next video. Bye for now.